So into the final matches over in Group D, and of course England and Czech Republic duke it out for top honours. But maybe, just maybe, both nations don't really want top spot and they're playing for second. We'll take a little look now. That's right, folks, back once again with another 5-minute preview. Looking forward to the Czech Republic up against England over in Group D, Euro 2020. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to get you bang up to date with all things Euro 2020 related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football related. We're going to know here, boys. Under one Ruski, that's right, of course, the Czechs currently top the group for goals scored. Of course, England got it all to do after a toothless display up against the Scots. And we'll get to that in a minute. Big shout out to the VRPs. They are the patrons. Thank you for your continued support. And if you are interested in becoming the latest member of the gang, check out that link down below. And let's turn this baby into something special. 25k subscribers. That's the count. Let's get to it. Anyway, here we go. 5-minute preview. Get that clock started. Here we go. Taking place on Wembley, the 22nd of June. It's the Czech Republic. It's England. It's Southgate. It's Chalavier. And of course, they're going to be battling out over in the dugouts. Here we go. Let's get it on. Game on. Jaroslav Shivadea is your governor. Of course, qualified as Group A runners-up in Euro 2020 qualifiers. Now, we'll just remember that now. Of course, they qualified on the 14th of November 2019. The past, they've been at the Euros 9 times. I'm not sure if that's an independent nation or as a Czechoslovakia. They're currently ranked 40th in the world. Of course, the resume just leaves us right here, right now with this one on the 22nd. So far, so good for the Czech Republic. Of course, kicking all off with a 2-2 win up against the Scots. They did draw with Croatia, of course, just the other day to put them, of course, top of the table, unbeaten. We'll have a look at the situation totally in the group in a second. Quick look at the 26-man squad then, shall we? Some familiar names from the Premier League, and of course, other top divisions over in Europe. Patrick Schick scoring the goals up top there from Bayer Leverkusen in the shop window, you would think. Here's my starting 11 then, shall we? We've got Valcic between his sticks, Borriel, Kalas, Soluska, and Kufal at the back, Sucic, Darida, Holles, Jankto, Schick and Mazepust up top. Again, win for these boys, and of course they'll go top, and of course it does land them in a bit of a hot water in regards to the progression of the tournament. But you got to beat the best in this tournament if you're going to go to the final. So you either play the best in the final or you play the best in the last of 16. So winner takes all. Winner will go up against it looks like a bit of a monster in the next round. As for England, of course, Group A winners. That's right. Of course, I think the Czechs were Group A runners up. That's right. So they're locking on once again, and they qualified on the 14th of November 2019. They've been at the Euros 9 times in the past, and of course, currently ranked 4th in the world according to England's resume. So far, so good. Well, not really so far, so good. Of course, they started with a 1-0 win over Croatia, flattered to deceive maybe on that one. Of course, then they would have picked up a draw against Scotland, but they haven't conceded a goal, so that's one thing that you can look at it. But of course, they're just upset with the fact that they didn't put Scotland to bed with their play. In fact, they were a little bit dismal. It's not just that they were good and they just couldn't convert; they were bad. And they didn't have many chances. They had a couple of chances, but yeah. But unbeaten, hey, you can't ask for much better than that. So a quick look at the 26-man squad. Of course, we got Ben White in there, lastminute.com ad. I've mixed it up. I have mixed it up for the starting 11 on this one. We'll take a look at it in a minute. Of course, Harry Kane looked off the pace. I think it's too defensive. I think, again, I doubt Southgate will do anything like this, but this is what I would do. I would mix it up, especially in the attacking areas. Pickford remains, Shaw at left back. Trippier comes in at right back. Maguire returns and Stones in midfield. Maguire to provide a bit of authority, perhaps. Phillips and Rice still defensively in that regard, but Grealish will start with Saka on the left, Sancho on the right, and Calvin-Lewin up top. It is bold, it is controversial, but anyway, you've got to look at it this way. You've got to look at it. You're playing technically. You don't really want to win this group, do you? Do you really want to go and win this group and get knocked out by the big boys, or do you want to progress further down? A second spot would land you nicely. A draw would probably land your second spot, and of course that will land England in a nice, comfortable spot. I'll take a look at the situation between these two sides then over the last 3 encounters since 2008. There's just been 1 win apiece and 1 draw. The biggest win for England was a 5-0 win. Meanwhile, the Czechs have returned with a 2-1 win, and of course scored 4 goals in those 3 games. England's scoring 8, picking up a 2.67 goals a game ratio. Of course, a 1.33 goals return for the Czechs as well. They're coming to this Czechs unbeaten in the last 3. England 92% form, of course, picking up that 1 draw against us. Of course, the table looks like this right here, right now. The Czechs are in front because of their goal difference. England are in second. Croatia and Scotland could mathematically leapfrog England if the Czechs were to win and England were to lose, and of course Croatia were to win, they would leapfrog England, and they probably would knock Scotland out. But let me know your thoughts about the situation in the table. A quick look at the vote then. 224 of you have voted in favour, going with England 61%, Czech Republic 26%, and of course the draw 14%. Gone with a 2-0 win for England. I think they will win this game. They've got to play the big boys at some point if they're going to go all out and win it. I think they will win this one, probably crash out in the next round because they've been absolutely Danny Dyer so far. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below as we look forward to those last 16. And next time you see me, in a preview sort of way for these respective clubs or nations. It will be for the last 16. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well, so make sure to check that out. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Can England do it? Can Scotland do it? We'll have to see. Until then, I am out.